Hi, here's Michael Leander. I'm in Johannesburg with a very interesting person. I met him first in Iran about a half a year ago, and I saw his presentations there, and I was really impressed, not only by his presentation style but also by the knowledge he presented at those particular conferences. So I asked him here today to tell us a little bit more about what he does and why that's relevant. 2, 1, go.
Hi, my name is Erik Vermeulen and I'm a behavioral economics strategist. And essentially what that is that I help companies better understand how the behaviors of their employees and the behaviors of their customers impact on their bottom line. Very often behavior is something that we don't give a second thought to. The reason being that we all behave all of the time. Of course, so some behaviors are good, some behaviors are productive, and others are negative and counterproductive. And the better we can understand how our employee behavior or how our customer behavior affects our bottom line, the easier it is for us as a company that needs to be relevant and competitive to deliver the kind of services and products that our customers really want.
That's very interesting. So I understand that you work with companies as a consultant and as a trainer to improve bottom line through behavioral economics. Can you give some examples of how this plays out?
Absolutely. In South Africa, where I'm based, as I suppose everywhere else in the world, we're currently facing a bit of an energy crisis. The price of petrol has gone through the roof. And in South Africa, what the statistics show is that the price of petrol has increased by 236% in the last 10 years. Astronomical, I know. And everybody moans and complains about what it costs to fill up their car. The opposite of that, though, is that a hamburger at a fast food outlet over the last 10 years has increased by 260%. No one complains about the price of the hamburger. And yet everyone carries on about the 236% increase on the petrol price. The fact is that it's not so much the increase that affects our behavior, but it's our perception of the value of that increase that affects our behavior. On a related note, what's been getting a lot of media and certainly attention in the courts in South Africa is the implementation of toll roads around our biggest cities. Now, toll roads are not a new concept. They're all over the world and no one really complains or moans about paying a toll to use an upgraded autobahn or fast-flowing freeway. However, in South Africa, once these roads were built, it ended up in the Supreme Court, where the courts actually ruled in favour of the organisations complaining about the toll roads. Again, we protest not against the concept of the toll road, but we protest because of our perception of what that toll road is going to cost. I'm willing to guarantee that had the toll company come in with a very low toll, in other words 5 cents per kilometre as opposed to 80 cents per kilometre, no one would have complained, no one would have gone to court, everyone would have accepted it and gone on with their daily business. Relate that back to the petrol price example or to the hamburger example. We could have increased that toll fee by 260, maybe even 300% over the next 10 years. No one would complain about it, and in that way the company who built the roads or government who funded that roads would get their money back, just not as quickly as they would have liked. And so it's not about the things that we do, it's about understanding why people respond the way they do to the things that we do. And that really is what being a behavioral economics strategist is all about. So I look at companies and I talk to them and consult to them about strategies of how we can better engage employees and customers.
So setting the right set of expectations is very important, I suppose, for companies.
Well, absolutely. And once we've set those expectations, we also have to understand that people have their own expectations. If you look at the expectations or the outcomes that companies set for themselves, it's often called standards or service standards. You know, those standards, when my company sets them, are set with what in mind? My company, and not necessarily my customers. And this is why people would quite happily wait for 30 minutes to see their doctor, but they won't wait 5 minutes for a cup of coffee in a coffee shop. It's about what our customers and even our employees expect to get. I had a recent meeting with a global consulting firm, strangely enough, and they were telling me how their employees, who get the best of everything, still aren't happy. Again, it's not about what they're getting right now. It's about what was sold to them while they were still at university, while they were being recruited as the smartest graduates in the consulting industry. It's about what they were promised and what they got once they arrived at this place of work. When there's that disconnect, no matter how good it is, when they were expecting more, they'll find reasons to complain.
That's very, very interesting. So thank you, Erik. We'll post some links so people can get in touch with you to your blog and so on and so forth. So thanks a lot for sharing that.
Absolutely, Michael. Pleasure seeing you in Johannesburg, in South Africa, and no doubt we'll catch up again soon in some exotic city somewhere in the world.
Yeah, hopefully. Cheers. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Michael. Bye.
Bye.